Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the Morning News.
Good morning and welcome in. It is 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, February 24th. You got Ryan and Rachel with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we're glad you are here. Thanks again for tuning in. And I had some flakes falling this morning on my ride in.
I sure did.
And I know we're so used to it, but just, be ready for maybe little slick roads there, Kate.
Yeah, just a little bit. We had that spray of lake effect snow showers really continuing from Oswego through Syracuse. And we got some narrow bands where it's coming down a little steady at times between about that Route 20 corridor and down into the southern tier. So just be careful. A lot of these roads, even the main roads, are still going to be a little slippery with at least a coating of snow out there. So just a heads up because it's cold outside. We have temperatures in the teens and you have wind chills near 0 degrees this morning because of that cold wind that is blowing. So it's cold going back to school this morning. Little snowy at times, but not too bad. Only going to pick up maybe about another inch or so, a little bit more in some steadier bands. We'll break out a little bit of sun before the day's over with, and then everyone's getting ready for more snow coming at us for tomorrow. Now, we're not talking feet of snow like what our friends in New England got, but a couple of inches is certainly possible. We'll have more on that in a few minutes.
Thank you so much. So flakes were falling overnight here in central New York. Kate mentioned the cold temperatures, which could make for a slick commute. Here's a live look into it, not far from the fire department there. You can see, looks a little slick, a little wet there. Just be careful. We just called this Tuesday, though, around here. What we're seeing is nothing compared to those living downstate and along the coast.
Yeah, for those impacted by this severe storm, they are just starting to dig out after some parts of the East Coast got more than 2.5 feet of snow.
We have more on the aftermath of that record-breaking winter storm. The historic blizzard that paralyzed the Northeast finally winding down, but not before leaving behind massive snow totals and creating dangerous conditions across the region. The so-called bomb cyclone dumping more than 3 feet of snow in parts of Rhode Island, setting a new record.
The blizzard of 26 has now officially surpassed the blizzard of 78 for the most snow ever recorded in a single snowstorm in our Rhode Island state history.
More than 30 inches falling throughout hard-hit Massachusetts. Officials say it could be days before electricity is restored to the more than 250,000 customers in the state without power. In New Jersey, trees crashing down onto utility lines, leaving many in the dark.
You either got to get our power on or plow, because we don't want to sleep here tonight.
In New York City, trees buckling under the weight of heavy snow. On Long Island, winds topping 80 miles per hour, creating whiteout conditions, making driving treacherous. Outside Boston, cars sliding down roads, others stuck along the highway. Even plow trucks struggled. At times, conditions were so severe, cleanup operations had to be paused. The storm also bringing air travel to a halt. Snow burying runways and grounding thousands of flights. Airlines warning it could take days to fully recover.
You can't see anything because I can't see anything. It is a total whiteout. Right now, no planes are taking off or landing.
And as people begin digging out, some are taking advantage of the snow-covered streets. One man in Rhode Island strapped on his snowboard to go riding through the neighborhood. Cheap lift tickets that way. 2 morning flights taking off from Syracuse are canceled. Both of those were headed downstate. The others on time.
And it's always a good idea to have that Storm Team app on your phone. That way you can always be weather ready anytime, anywhere. Just scan that QR code right there on your screen. You can also find it in the App Store or Google Play.
To Cortland County now, where a fire is being called
Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Tuesday morning to you. We got a live view right now from the CATV Skynet 9 camera. This is downtown Auburn. We've been dealing with lake effect snow showers. A lot of these roads are going to be a little snow covered for you. A lot of main highways probably just wet. Temperatures are cold though. We're in the mid-teens right now in the northwest wind, so it feels quite chilly out there. So any snow that's falling, it is definitely sticking. We're right at the threshold of where salt can be any effective or not any colder. And then we're really going to have some icy spots around here. We are feeling like close to, if not below zero, as you are heading out the door this morning. Really bundle up. It's actually been about 2 weeks or so since we've had a day this cold. Temperatures, we're feeling like the single digits throughout the day. The snowiest part of our day is happening right now. Things are gradually going to get a little bit drier later on this afternoon. Highs, though, only up near 20. We're going to continue that northwest wind, and we'll see about at least another fresh coating to even an inch or two of new snowfall before the day is over with. Still cold tonight with lows, single digits and teens, and our new fresh batch of snow begins overnight. We've got a clipper moving through tomorrow, and you know one of our rules, we never trust them. Highs tomorrow a little better in the mid-30s, but the snow that falls tomorrow is going to be a wet, slushy snow, maybe even mixing in with some rain. But right now we're dealing with this spray of lake effect, lighter snow showers in the north country and our northern suburbs, but some steadier bands, even coming out a little heavy at times between Cortland and Ithaca. We widen the view out here. There's our blizzard from yesterday that dropped a foot and a half or more in parts of Boston. Providence, Rhode Island, they picked up 35.5 inches of snowfall yesterday. That's a lot of snow, even by Syracuse standards. That's a lot. Here's our next system right here, though. That's our clipper, and that's going to move by us for tomorrow. So out ahead of that, we're going to continue our lake effect at least through the morning hours. I don't anticipate it dropping off too much before noontime today. And then the second half of our day features some breaks of blue sky. So have your sunglasses with you. Overnight, that's when the next round of snow moves in. We're going to get a quick hit overnight through early tomorrow morning. During the day tomorrow, we'll see additional snow going on, more scattered snow showers, and our temperatures are in the mid-30s. So a lot of the main roads are going to be just wet for you tomorrow. It's really tough. We're getting towards that time of the year, higher sun angle. It's hard to accumulate when you have temperatures this warm. But then Wednesday night into Thursday morning, we're going to watch for a steadier band of lake effect snow setting up for parts of Wayne, northern Cuyahoga County, and possibly even our northern suburbs right here. So we're looking at least a few inches of snow out of that. This is tonight through tomorrow morning. We're waking up to about 1 to 3 inches of snow. We won't see much during the day tomorrow, but again, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, then we'll end up closer to that 3 to 6 inch mark by Thursday morning. And eventually that'll fizzle out. Thursday night into Friday, pretty quiet. Mid-40s on Saturday. Cold front Saturday night with some lingering snow showers on Sunday. It's colder. Highs in the 20s on Sunday and Monday.
Okay, right now it is 5:15.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And welcome back. Here's another check at the radar. We got this spray of lake effect snow, as we like to call it around here, Tuesday in February in Central New York. We've seen this a lot already this winter. But with this said, we do have at least a slick coating, especially on these secondary roads or neighborhood roads as you are up and out in this morning. So just be careful about that. It's cold. We got temperatures in the teens this morning. We're barely making it to 20 for a lot of us for those highs today. At least we should end the day with a little bit of sunshine. Not much, but at least a little bit. We got more snow returning tonight. We're going to be dealing with snow showers, maybe even mixing with some rain during the day tomorrow. We got more lake effect snow setting up for Wednesday night into Thursday. Pretty quiet to close out the week, but then got colder air for Sunday into Monday.
Moving again. I wish I could hear all that scanner traffic.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pretty good.
Suspect took off going east.
All the 911 calls. I think there's a cow.
Yeah. I think one of the drivers said she thought maybe deer at first. And then, wait a minute, that's a cow.
Yeah,
that's a big deer.
I was going to say, that's a very well-fed deer.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, look at the car trying to stop him. That is some good video.
Oh,
right
look at
there.
that move. Yeah, quick juke.
Well, welcome in. It is 5:31 now. You got the gang with you today, Ryan, Rachel, and Kate. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it is February 24th, and we have a little bit of lake effect out there, just kind of
Shocker, right?
Yeah.
spritzing the map a little
Tuesday, as Kate says.
You know what? We're doing better than Providence, Rhode Island.
bit. We sure are.
We thought our 24 inches in 24 hours was impressive.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. I think it was like 37.9 inches
Wow.
in a 24-hour span from that blizzard in Providence.
It was
And they're
basically
not-
a wintertime hurricane almost with winds.
Yeah, it just, that storm just, it bombed out. And we were watching, John and I were just watching it. Of course, John was like, I wish that was over us. I was like, don't you? Don't. He's the winter lover around here. He loves it, you know, but, oh man, that radar was impressive over Rhode Island. I was just sifting through some of those reports. Holy moly. But this morning, we do have lake effect. It's fairly light, but enough where it is creating some slick spots. Right here, we can see a lot of wet pavement. Temperatures were in the teens. There's a plow. Yeah, a lot of salt going on this morning. Luckily, our temperatures are not too cold out there where the salt won't work, but we're pretty close to it, though. On the radar, we have this spray of lake effect. We have some narrow bands where it's coming out a little steady at times. That's where you're going to pick up at least about a couple of inches during the morning hours. We're in the mid-teens. We do have some temperatures, single digits. It feels close to zero. It's cold. It's windy. Really bundle up. It's been about 2 weeks since we've had temperatures this cold in the morning. And we are going to keep it chilly throughout the day, but drier, even some sunshine to end the day later on this evening.
No matter the weather, it's always a good idea to have that Storm Team app on your phone. That way you can always be weather ready anytime, anywhere. Just scan that QR code right now on your screen. You can also find it in the App Store and Google Play.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Tuesday morning to you. We are taking a live view right now out over downtown Syracuse from the Cat B Skynet 9 camera. And things are pretty fuzzy out there because we are waking up to lake effect snow showers. It's 14 degrees. We've got a northwest wind, and it is pretty cold outside. Feels like zero right now. Temperatures waking up in the teens, and we have a gusty wind, so that is making it feel much colder. It's been about a week or two since we've actually had temperatures feeling like this, and we're going to keep our highs only in the teens to near 20 degrees. Our snow showers mostly concentrated this morning. Later on today, we're going to gradually break up that snow. We'll get a little bit of sun, but that's not helping our temperatures. We'll barely make it to 20 for most of us. Not going to see much additional snowfall. Most of us will see a fresh coating to maybe about an inch or two at best. We're still keeping it chilly tonight in the teens. We have a clipper moving through starting tonight, and that's going to be impacting our weather tomorrow, followed by the lake effect into Thursday morning. High temperatures tomorrow, though, in the mid-30s. So the snow that's moving in tomorrow, it's going to have a tough time accumulating during the daytime. We got to rely on our overnight temperatures here. But we are dealing with this spray of lake effect snow. Not much happening towards Watertown, but lighter snow showers from Syracuse with those steadier bands kind of moving towards the southern tier. There's our nor'easter, the blizzard. That is up and out of here, but man, did that drop a lot of snow. Parts of Rhode Island saw 3 feet of snow in a 24-hour time span. That's a lot of snow, even for our standards. But we're going to pick up a couple of inches from this clipper right here. That will be our next weather maker. This morning, we're hanging on to that lake effect. Like how lake effect behaves, even though it doesn't show much at noontime, we know by experience it always lingers a little bit longer than maybe we'd like it to be. Later today, we tap into some drier air. We'll try and get a little bit of sun before sun sets, which is right around 5:45 for tonight, keeping it snow-free until after midnight. Then tomorrow morning, we're waking up to some slushy snow. During the day tomorrow, we got widely scattered snow showers, but our temperatures are above freezing, and the sun angle is getting higher and higher. So there's not going to be much accumulation during the daytime tomorrow, but Wednesday night into Thursday, we're dealing with more of that lake effect. Temperatures getting colder, and we're going to watch for bands setting up north of the thruway right here. And so some of those spots could see as much as 3, 4, 5 inches of snow. Here's what you're waking up to tomorrow morning, a slushy couple of inches of snow, and then the Tug Hill will tack on most of that snow during the day. And then by Thursday morning, we're looking at right at this corridor right here, seeing as much as 3 to 7 inches of snowfall Thursday morning. That'll eventually taper off. Not bad on Friday, mid-30s, mid-40s on Saturday. Cold front Saturday night's going to knock temperatures back down Sunday and Monday.
YRTV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning and welcome in. It is 6 o'clock on a Tuesday, February 24th. You got Ryan and Rachel with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, February 24th, we're zooming right along.
Yeah, and we said to Downstate, we said, hold our coffee.
Yeah. But you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, they did get a lot of
I
snow,
know.
especially for them. We're going to show you that in just a little bit. But Kate, you are tracking a little bit of lake effect here.
Yeah, we got lake effect snow showers around here. I mean, it's nothing compared to the over 3 feet that Providence, Rhode Island got. But, you know, it is enough to make, especially our secondary roads, neighborhood roads, a little slippery for you as you were heading out the door. Light spray of lake effect snow showers. We do have some narrow bands where it's coming down a little steady at times between about Tully and down towards Cortland and in the southern tier. So driving on 81, be careful about that as you're heading out the door. Bundle up. It's cold. We got teens and feels like temperatures near 0 degrees. It's been a couple of weeks since we've actually been this cold. It's very reflective of how our January was. So another chilly day today. Eventually lake snow coming to an end temporarily before a clipper is moving through tonight and tomorrow to give us more snow. We'll have more on that in a few minutes.
All right, so flakes. Well, look at that. Falling here in central New York. Kate mentioned the cold temperatures, which could make for a slick commute. Here is a live look into it. We're right near the intersection of Erie Boulevard and East Genesee. You can see wet pavement there. But we just call this Tuesday around here. What we're seeing is nothing compared to living downstate and along the coast.
Yeah, for those impacted by this severe storm, they are just starting now to dig out after some parts got more than 2.5 feet of snow.
We have more on the aftermath of that record-breaking winter storm. The historic blizzard that paralyzed the Northeast finally winding down, but not before leaving behind massive snow totals and creating dangerous conditions across the region. The so-called bomb cyclone dumping more than 3 feet of snow in parts of Rhode Island, setting a new record.
The blizzard of 26 has now officially surpassed the blizzard of 78 for the most snow ever recorded in a single snowstorm in our Rhode Island state history.
More than 30 inches falling throughout hard-hit Massachusetts. Officials say it could be days before electricity is restored to the more than 250,000 customers in the state without power. In New Jersey, trees crashing down onto utility lines, leaving many in the dark.
You either got to get our power on or plow, because we don't want to sleep here tonight.
In New York City, trees buckling under the weight of heavy snow. On Long Island, winds topping 80 miles per hour, creating whiteout conditions, making driving treacherous. Outside Boston, cars sliding down roads, others stuck along the highway. Even plow trucks struggled. At times, conditions were so severe, cleanup operations had to be paused. The storm also bringing air travel to a halt. Snow burying runways and grounding thousands of flights. Airlines warning it could take days to fully recover.
You can't see anything because I can't see anything. It is a total whiteout. Right now, no planes are taking off or landing.
And as people begin digging out, some are taking advantage of the snow-covered streets. One man in Rhode Island strapped on his snowboard to go riding through the neighborhood. That's one way to save on the lift tickets.
Yeah,
This can
right?
be expensive.
There you go.
By the way, we did check all the rest on time for you.
Yeah, so far. Always a good idea to have that Storm Team app on your phone. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Scan that QR code right now. You can also find it in the App Store or Google Play.
Let's head to Cortland County now, where a fire...
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good morning. Got live you right now in Oswego. A little quiet. We've got a few flurries going around. I was just looking at some of these snowfall reports from yesterday's blizzard. Whoa, so many. 2 to 3 feet of snow on up from Long Island through New Jersey on up to Connecticut and Massachusetts, Rhode Island. So we're going to talk more about that in a little bit. But here's what it looks like right now from the Cat V Skynet 9 camera. A lot of the main roads are going to be okay for you. It's a lot of secondary roads, neighborhood roads. They are going to be snow covered for you. We've been dealing with lake effect snow throughout the evening. It's cold too. We got temperatures in the teens and we have that northwest wind. So the wind continues to blow over the lake. That's still open for business. And that is making it feel close to 0, even sub-zero in some spots. So here's your planner for today. We're going to keep it cold Snow showers throughout the morning, clouds with some limited breaks of sunshine happening before the end of the day, but our temperatures really struggling to get out of the teens for this afternoon. As far as additional snowfall, a lot of you are waking up to at least a fresh coating to maybe even an inch or so. We'll see about another inch or so before the day is over with. But most of our snow is actually going to come in the next day or two. We have a clipper moving through. Starting tonight, temperatures cold in the teens. The wind is shifting around to the southeast and snow is developing after about midnight tonight. So we'll wake up to another fresh coating to a couple of inches tomorrow morning. During the day, we have mid-30s, so any snow that's falling, if it's not in the higher elevations, it's going to have a tough time sticking. Big, fat, wet flakes that we'll have, but as far as any accumulation during the daytime, limited. And then we'll watch for more of that snow Wednesday night into Thursday. There's that blizzard. It's up and out of here. The blizzard is all done, but now we're left with the lake effect snow in its wake. And then this is going to be our weather maker for us for the next couple of days, starting tonight through tomorrow. So let's take you through on that time cast. Lake effect snow is going to continue throughout the morning. Still, I think, sticking around at least through lunchtime and then eventually phasing out here. We'll even try and get some sun before the sun sets just past 5:45 this evening. And then the snow is returning. Overnight, our temperatures are rising. We wake up tomorrow morning, upper 20s. We'll get at least a slushy inch or two on the ground. During the day, most of our accumulating snow is happening in the Tug Hill during the day tomorrow. That's why we have winter weather advisories for our counties east of the lake. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, we're watching for a steady band of lake snow that's going to form right along and even north of the thruway for some of us. So we're going to have to watch out right here. So that's where we could find a band of maybe about 3 to 6 inches of snowfall by Thursday morning. So winter is still very much sticking around for us. You can see snowfall all the way through Thursday morning where you see those blues. Best chance of about 3 to 6, 3 to 7 inches Thursday morning. That'll eventually fizzle out. Friday's not bad. Saturday, not too shabby. It's breezy, but mid-40s. Cold front Saturday night, knocking temperatures back down to the 20s for Sunday into Monday. As we ring in March already.
That's crazy.
Flew right by.
It sure
February
did.
always does.
Well, it is National Trading Card Day. Bet you didn't know that.
I
To
did not.
celebrate, we're asking the most